Hey Josh, now that we're the bearded Bible brothers and not our Jewish roots, we need to give our audience something they've never seen before.
Like two Jews eating a bacon cheeseburger.
Okay, Josh, keep us kosher and crawdads? I mean, I guess that goes back to the age-old question, kosher versus non-kosher, Jews versus Gentiles. We need to give our audience something they've never seen before as our Jewish roots. Something that really sticks with them.
Oh, God. Come on.
Josh.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Going back to it, it's interesting. You can go by blood separation of Jews versus Gentiles, but when it really comes down to it, they care more about the action. Judaism, most modern Jews don't deem us as Jewish because we believe in Yeshua. It's all about the act.
Hold on.
I mean, what God calls clean, but no.
Yep. Okay. Yes. Lock that date in. Oh, yeah. We'll be there. Don't worry. Yeah. Shalom.
Josh, who was that?
Oh, Shaul. Shaul has agreed to take us to take down one of the greatest enemies to the law ever found. Do you know what that is, brother?
No, sir.
Hold on. Oh, brother. You're so cute when you're not in control. Aha! Nope. Yep. The most biggest perpetrator of kosher law of all time. The wild boar. Swine of the 7 seas. We're gonna take it on and we're gonna shoot its face off and then eat some of its precious meat because it's delicious.
What?
Oh yeah. Hog Hunt!
Have I ever been hog hunting before? Yes, actually once, but with dogs. Never with a Jewish sniper. But I do know you get hungry, and that's why I'm here at Wally World. Gotta feed the boys. So officially lost, been trying to find this location for 30 minutes, tried 3 different GPSs with the address that Caleb sent. I can't find it. We haven't heard from any of our crew members. Shaul was there, and then Caleb just showed up, and he was about half an hour behind me. Somehow, I think maybe they're playing games with me, like not giving me the actual address. It's okay. I'm undaunted by this pettiness, but I'm in the middle of nowhere and have no clue where I am or how to find it. Sounds good.
Joshua! Welcome!
Hello!
Hello, you're already recording.
I am. Well, I've had plenty of time to think about the moment, so.
Wonderful. Welcome.
Leviticus 11. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Say to the Israelites, of all the animals that live on the land, these are the ones you may eat. You may eat any animal that has a divided hoof and that chews the cud. There are some that only chew the cud or only have a divided hoof, but you must not eat them. And the pig, though it has a divided hoof, does not chew the cud. It is unclean for you. You must not eat their meat or touch their carcasses. They are unclean for you."
I know you listen to us on a regular basis and you hear the eloquence of which we speak Hebrew, the masterful art of our diction, and obviously the pronunciation of these words. And you probably thought that we were born and raised in Israel.
We were not.
And while we are Jewish, we weren't. But we know a man who is and always will be. This is Shaul, our Hebrew sensei, the man responsible for educating us on the ways of Israel and of the native tongue. He also happens to be a very well-qualified marksman from his time in the IDF, and he's been guiding us out here trying to turn us into not just city slickers, but manly men. Shaul.
Thanks for joining us, sir.
Thank you for having me.
So you were born and raised in Israel?
I was born in Israel, grew up in
Yes, server. Grew up in Tel Aviv. Just realized by beautiful beach. Just realized when I moved to here how that it's considered one of the 10 best beaches in the world.
That you moved away from. Good job.
Yeah, which I moved away. I just realized it afterwards.
Good
Yes.
choice.
Yeah, so I grew up in Tel Aviv, and I came to know the Lord after a journey in the Far East. It was 3 people. God sent 3 people to to me, and the last one was actually after that journey in the Far East.
Wow.
He led me eventually to read his book, his testimony book, and that led me a year later after I struggled with the fact that Jesus is the Lord, that Jesus is the Messiah. It was mind-boggling to me. But after I researched the scriptures, I came back to that person and I decided to receive Yeshua to my heart. That was the first time that I've experienced his love, the presence of the Holy Spirit. It was a beautiful time, and it was back in June of 1996.
Oh wow.
I always knew there was something special about that year. This
Yeah.
makes so much sense now.
Yes.
But that presence of God in your heart has really kind of excited you, pushed you forward, because you're an evangelist now.
Yes.
You go out and you lead the lost to Yeshua. Tell us about your group and what y'all do to literally go out in the street and talk to strangers and tell them their Messiah is Yeshua.
Yeah, the name of our team is Isaiah 62, and we feel called to share the good news in the streets. And we believe that we are always having the Jewish people in our minds, the Jews and the Israelis, and we really, our guideline is Romans 1:16. However, we believe that most of the Gentiles in the world, they have always Jewish friends as policy insurance.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to reach them and find out through them with the hope that they will bring in also the Jewish people. It's a real lovely experience.
And if people don't know, this is a monumental, mind-boggling thing that was prophesied to happen thousands of years ago. For Jews to be the witnesses of Yeshua, for Jews to be a light to the Gentiles. It's prophesied here by Isaiah 49, verse 6. It is too small a thing that you should be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved ones of Israel. I will also give you as a light to the Gentiles, that you should be my salvation to the ends of the earth. Wow, that's amazing, because that's the call that Yeshua gave to his Talmudim, his disciples, and you're taking up that call 2,000 years later, just as they did in the 1st century AD.
First, I want to encourage anybody of you, just go and share the good news. Learn how to share. Of course, dig into his word. But all I could say is there will be rejection. There will be rejection. If you're going to think that you're going to be 100% accepted, something is not good. The gospel that you're sharing, something doesn't have power. There is rejection out there.
I think it's interesting that, you're a marksman in the natural, and as an evangelist, that's pretty much a supernatural marksman, because the Holy Spirit puts a target on somebody and you go out and share the gospel. What are we going to learn today in the natural with these weapons about how to be a marksman and how to properly sight your target and shoot your target?
Okay, we're gonna set targets at around 100 yards from us, and what we usually do, we just fire like around 3 bullets, and then we go to the target, and eventually you're gonna see a group of those bullets hitting the paper, if you're gonna hit the paper.
I was about to say, or on the ground.
Yeah, on the ground, yeah. And then from there, we can calculate how to get to a bullseye. And I'll show it to you once we're gonna get there.
All right, because the whole message of today is faith, and I'm going to trust you that I'm not just going to wing a whole bunch of cars that are driving by accident.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a safer area.
Oh, good.
A safer area that we could shoot for a long range.
Let's go find it.
Let's go.
All right, thank you. But I can tell you, if a bullet goes through the branch, it will.
Well, that'll look cool. Anybody have another scrunchie?
Now, all of you manly men at home, We'll say, look, I'm not aiming for this, it's too easy. I'm aiming for that bullseye. Yeah, good for y'all. Go ahead. Yeah.
And yeah, put one in a barrel and put the other one in the clip.
Okay.
All right. And we are going to shoot that target.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So shoot 3 bullets. Focus on the red dot on the bullseye. Look at the triangle of the target. Now shut one of your eyes. Shut your left eye.
Okay. I can't shut my left eye.
Shut your left eye.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I can't. I can't shut my left eye.
Put the in both eyes on the target,
Okay.
and then shut your right eye.
Yeah, I can see it in the target.
Do you still see the target?
Yep.
Now here we have Shaul teaching about Caleb being a freak for having the wrong dominant eye, for being right-handed. But all you can hear is my dominant audio channel takeover, thanks to our sound guy mixing the wrong tracks. Yes, I had hay fever that day. Stupid Texas.
Whew.
All right. We will know later if you hit it.
Well, when we went to target practice, finally came clear that I was using my wrong eye for shooting. That's right. It's kind of hard, staring with the opposite eye with the right hand, I still got the target closer than anybody else. Almost bullseye.
Look at that. Look at that. Come here. Look at that. Dominant eye didn't get, when I wasn't using my dominant eye, it went clear over.
So
Look,
if the person
here we have
as long as the target
2 wounds, deaf wounds. This is the hog right here. He's bleeding out somewhere in the forest. We're chasing him down, sticking the dogs after him.
Still standing.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, Caleb. See? Okay, Caleb.
Improvisation.
Just put it in.
Yeah, put it in. Give a little bit of a tap when you put it in.
Tap, tap, tap.
All right. And you pull this all the way out. Yeah, towards the target.
I can't get my hand in there.
Yeah, just from the side. All right. It's all ready to roll. So do some primer breathing, then hold your breath, relax, and after you shot, release the breath.
Okay.
It's not that I'm not excited, I am, but I've literally never shot a rifle before, so the odds of me hitting a target on a piece of paper 100 yards away are very low. And I can accept that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah!
You did a good job.
Okay.
All right, you hit the paper, you're in the right direction.
That was Caleb's, I think.
Yeah.
Mine's the hole I shot straight through Caleb's, obviously, to show that I
Yeah.
could.
And it looks like it's a great grouping right here. So from dealing with my scope, all we need to do is several clicks down and several clicks to the right in order to zero yourself in.
But more so what we learned today from this is that am I, right now with my skill set, meant to kill a flamingo? No, its neck is way too skinny. But a hog, that'd hit somewhere on a hog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not far. You can, once we're gonna zero it in, you're gonna hit a hog. Okay?
Woo!
All right.
I'm gonna purify the land.
Quick, before Shaul gets back, quick.
Got the ham, got the bacon.
Get the bacon jam. The bacon jam.
Bacon jam.
All right, yeah.
Oh, he's coming. He's
Come
coming.
on, go.
We are somewhere in the USA. It looks like the gear and everything looks like we are in operation in Afghanistan or Iraq, but we're not. And we are going to try to find some hogs or other animals that are considered vermins. So we are ready to good to go. Safe, you see that? Safe. And this is fire.
Okay.
Safe. Fire. So when you're ready to shoot, click. Okay. Okay. Lock and load.
Acts 10, 9-16. Peter went up on the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. Then he became very hungry and wanted to eat. But while they made ready, he fell into a trance and saw heaven opened and an object like a great sheet bound at the 4 corners, descending to him and let down to the earth. In it were all kinds of 4-footed animals of the earth, wild beasts, creeping things, and the birds of the air. And a voice came to him, "Rise, Peter, kill and eat." But Peter said, "Not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything common or unclean." And a voice spoke to him again the 2nd time, "What God has cleansed, you must not call common." This was done 3 times, and the object was taken up into heaven again. It looks like a hog. I'm going to shoot it.
It's not a hog.
It's a hog, I think. I'm going to shoot it.
I see antlers.
Clearly this day, God was really trying me. He was strengthening me. He was testing me. Because there's 2 deer, beautiful deer, right in my scope. I finally know how to shoot now. Guess what? It's not deer season. I can't shoot the deer. I can't shoot the hogs.
I feel like those aren't deer. I feel like those are hogs disguised as deer so that they don't die today. There's only one way to find out. I'm gonna shoot it in the head and see if the antlers fall off. And if they do, it's a hog.
Okay.
Alright.
Makes sense.
Just so you know, I need your driver's license and your car keys really quick to borrow.
No. If you get arrested, it's not my fault.
My name's Caleb Coulson. I live on Kings. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Here's another one. They know that we are here.
Now, Shaul said that we were not to speak out here because our words would scatter the enemy. So we had to use sign language. Now, I thought I could use American Standard Sign Language, but doesn't everybody? What if those hogs had learned the same language and were listening to what I was saying? This is my brother. Him and I've known him since the day he was born. So I used the language that I knew for a fact that he would understand. Intimate like that. It's brotherhood.
That's not sign language. It's not even hieroglyphs. Maybe Sanskrit, but I don't know what word you're saying, Josh.
For 12 seconds, I thought somehow the sound effects of me eating a golden corral were reverberating off the forest walls, but no. I knew in that moment the swine was near. Could we taste it? Will we get it? I don't know. But victory is close, and she is deliciously unkosher. Shaul.
Hi.
Shaul, man, look at this. That hog got me.
Oh man.
I almost took him out, like you said, with the tactics of the IDF, and then I realized I've never been in the IDF.
Did you jump off the tree as I taught you?
No.
With the knife?
I grabbed that little thorn bush and tried to swing down.
Yeah, with the finish knife, yeah.
Yeah,
Finish him with a finish knife.
I failed you.
Yeah.
This time.
I'm sorry.
Well, that brings to the question, Shaul, if he did catch that swine, I mean, Peter's vision in Acts 10, arise, Peter, kill and eat. He saw the camels, the bats, the lizards, and the swine. Does that mean that now, since Yeshua has come, we can eat pigs? We can eat bacon?
Before you answer that, I've eaten everything that Peter just described in that dream, so answer sweetly.
Yeah. And I ate
Also, during my time in traveling in the Far East, I ate also some weird animals like squids, but I never liked it. For some reason, my Jewish belly couldn't accept it as good. Peter gave a commentary to that vision already by understanding that he should go and reach the Gentiles. That vision was given to him right before he was the messengers of Cornelius was knocking on his door of his host in Jaffa. So and Peter completely understood that that he should go and share the good news with the Gentiles, starting with Cornelius.
Well, what about this? In Galatians 3:28, it says, "There's neither Jew nor Gentile, neither slave nor free, nor is there male and female, for you are all one in Yeshua the Messiah." So if we're all one, Jews and Gentiles, and he's removed that line of separation, we're all a part of the Commonwealth of Israel. I remember, in the First Jerusalem Council, this was the big hubbub. Now that Gentiles were coming to faith, people wanted to know, okay, do we have to make the Gentiles keep kosher? Do they have to get circumcised? So that's the big question. Can we? Yeshua may not say, oh, you can, but if you're not a Jew anymore, because the faith of the covenant came through Abraham before the circumcision, what do we do now?
I think that Yeshua came to not to be concerned so much about our stomachs, but to circumcise our hearts.
That's right.
That was his main goal. We need to be one man in our hearts. We need to understand that Paul was called to the Gentiles. So he didn't want to bring more, and he had this serious struggle with the Judaizers, those people that wanted to implement all the 613 commandments over the Gentiles. There was a big movement over there. By the way, I believe that those people, Judaizers, as the Orthodox of today, they cannot fulfill all those 613. It's impossible.
That's right.
They would admit, if you're going to go and be one-on-one talking with an Orthodox Jew, you'll find out that they fulfill 36 commandments out of all the 613 commandments. So Paul was speaking separately to the Gentiles about not adding more burden to them. On top of that, I believe that Paul kept kosher because he claimed in the book of Acts, in the end of the book of Acts, he spoke with the Jews. He was in Rome, and the Jews came to see him. And what did Paul say? He said, I have done nothing against the commandments of God and your traditions. Traditions is also to keep kosher in that very Pharisee way. So Paul, I believe that Paul himself kept kosher, but he didn't want to put that burden over the Gentiles.
But the first church in Jerusalem, at that First Jerusalem Council, when they asked the Holy Spirit, what should we do to these Gentiles? They said in Acts 15:20, the Holy Spirit led them, abstain from food polluted by idols, from sexual immorality, from the meat of strangled animals, and from blood. And that's it. They didn't want to press that obligation on Gentiles who had never lived, a Jewish life and never been a part of the circumcision. So it shows the love, I think, the love of God, how he's trying to, it's all about the heart with him. Like God said to Samuel about David, Lord doesn't look on the outward appearance, the Lord looks on the heart.
Again, Paul, I think he was in one line with that, the council, the first Jerusalem council. He was in one line not to add more burden over the Gentiles.
So
to him.
So to make it super simple for my small pea-sized giant person brain, what I'm hearing, and it seems that it's so funny because this is applicable in just about every biblical question, it comes down to where is your heart on this matter on both sides. If you are living kosher out of a heart of legalism that says this is what makes me pure and holy, you're in the wrong. Jesus did that. Yeshua paid the price. If you are saying, I refuse to do that, and I'm going to eat all the swine I can out of the heart of showing that you're free from the law and legalism, then that's the wrong heart as well. Now, it's interesting that eating kosher is actually healthier, and the times that they lived in, following those practices would have put them in a healthier situation. So God in his omnipotence and omniscience asked questions of people that were both to benefit them and also to show them they needed him.
And I think it shows that, Josh, in Colossians 2:16, the reason why Paul said this to the church is because he didn't want them to judge people's hearts, because he said God judges the heart. He says, let no one judge you in food or in drink, or regarding a festival or a new moon or Sabbaths, which are shadows of things to come, but the substance is of Messiah, Christ. So he's saying, okay, you don't know why this man's not keeping kosher. It's not your job to police him. It's Yeshua's job to know his heart. And that's how we are judged in heaven for, are we loving Yeshua? Are we doing this for a reason or not? Are we just trying to get attention? Just like the Pharisees who went out and tried to, starve themselves and fast and let everybody see their countenance. And Yeshua said, don't let people see your countenance when you fast. Do it in secret, because it was all for show.
I believe that, again, God is more looking at the heart, and our circumcised heart, our broken spirit, our desire to have intimacy with Him more than being legalistic about kosher, what is kosher and what is not.
So I think that gives us legal right to go and find this swine and go kill it.
Go ahead.
With the love of Yeshua.
Yeah.
So let's go find it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
You really gonna try to eat it after you kill it? This really, it smells bad.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Okay,
Trees on the ground. Did you know the Bearded Bible Brothers is an outreach of Zola Levitt Ministries? That means we are entirely donor-funded. Consider giving at levitt.com. You can also join the Bearded Bible Bonanza to access additional content at patreon.com/beardedbiblebonanza. Please support our mission to spread the gospel of Yeshua by subscribing to our social media and sharing our online messages. Join the Bearded Brothers in person on a study tour of Israel, Greece, and Petra, and see the Bible come alive. And as always, pray for the peace of Jerusalem.
Even though we sin, we need to focus, give Him glory and honor in everything that we do.
I am the younger brother, Josh is the elder. Being the younger brother means that you have to save the older brother from doing things that would be an endangerment to himself.
But I keep hearing sounds of a wounded baby coyote and think maybe I should go save it.
Shoot it. Glad to hear that for 1 hour. Dying animal.